You've probably wondered, are aliens real? But what if the most alien creatures aren't in space at all? What if they're already here, living thousands of meters beneath the ocean, watching, waiting, evolving in total darkness? Because the deeper you go into Earth's oceans, the less it looks like our planet, and the more it looks like another world. The deep ocean is the largest habitat on Earth. It covers more than 60% of our planet. Yet we've explored less than 5% of it. Down there, sunlight doesn't exist. Pressure is crushing. Temperatures are near freezing. And somehow, life didn't just survive. It evolved into forms so strange, they look like creatures from another planet. Today, we're diving into the deep ocean to meet the most alien creatures that actually exist on Earth. From space, our planet is a sphere of brilliant blue, a world defined by its oceans. We see the surface, a vast, shimmering expanse that feels familiar, almost knowable. We sail upon it, swim within its shallows, and draw life from its sunlit upper layers. But this is merely the skin of a much deeper, darker, and stranger world. A world that begins where the light ends. To truly understand the ocean, we must journey downward, leaving the sun, the warmth, and all our assumptions behind. We must descend into a realm governed by crushing pressure, absolute cold, and an eternal, starless night. The ocean isn't a single, uniform body of water. It's a vertical continent, divided into distinct layers, each with its own rules, its own climate, and its own inhabitants. The journey begins in the epipelagic, or sunlight zone. Here, from the surface down to about 200 meters, there is enough light for photosynthesis. This is the engine room of the ocean, a vibrant, bustling metropolis powered by the sun, home to the vast majority of marine life we know. But it's a thin, fragile layer. As we descend, the world we know begins to dissolve. At around 200 meters, we cross a critical threshold into the mesopelagic zone, the twilight zone. The sun is now a faint, ghostly glow far above. Photosynthesis is no longer possible. The temperature plummets and the pressure begins to build, already dozens of times greater than at the surface. Life here is sparser and stranger. This is the realm of the great vertical migration, where creatures ascend to the richer surface waters to feed under the cover of night, before retreating back into the dim safety of the twilight depths by day. By 1,000 meters, the last photons of sunlight are gone. It's completely dark. We have entered the bathyal zone, the midnight world. Here, and in the even deeper abyssopelagic and hadalpelagic zones below, there is no sun. There is no day or night. There is only a cold, crushing, and endless black. The pressure is immense, hundreds of times that at the surface, capable of collapsing steel. The temperature hovers just above freezing. It is one of the most extreme environments on Earth. In this perpetual darkness, the fundamental rules of life are rewritten. No sunlight means no plants. No plants means the primary food source for the entire planet is gone. The base of the food web here is not life, but death. It is built upon marine snow, a constant, gentle rain of organic detritus, the decaying remnants of creatures from the sunlit world far, far above. Every meal is a gift from a distant world. This profound scarcity has been the single greatest driving force of evolution in the deep. To survive here, life had to get creative. It had to become radical. Faced with the need to see but not be seen, some creatures, like the barrelay fish, evolved transparent heads and sensitive tubular eyes that gaze upwards, searching for the silhouettes of prey against the faint twilight from above. Others, like the delicate comb jellies, became living ghosts, their gelatinous bodies offering almost no profile to hungry predators. When food is a rare and precious event, you cannot afford to miss an opportunity. So, evolution engineered monstrous solutions, gigantic, unhinged mouths like that of the gulper eel, capable of swallowing prey larger than itself, and terrifying needle-sharp teeth like those of the anglerfish, ensuring that anything caught in their grip will never escape. And in the total absence of sunlight, these creatures learned to create their own. Bioluminescence became the language of the deep, used to lure prey, to startle predators, to find mates in the crushing blackness. Down here, under the immense weight of the ocean, evolution didn't follow the familiar paths it took on land or in the shallows. It was untethered from the rules of sunlight and seasons. It became experimental, a crucible of bizarre and beautiful forms. The creatures of the deep are not monsters. They are survivors. They are the ultimate pioneers, masterpieces of adaptation, each one a living testament to the relentless, inventive, and utterly alien nature of life in the abyss. If aliens landed on Earth, they might look like this. But this creature isn't from a distant galaxy. It's from a world within our own, a realm so foreign it might as well be another planet. We are descending into the midnight zone, thousands of meters below the surface, where the pressure is immense, capable of crushing a submarine like a tin can. Here, sunlight is a forgotten memory, and the only light is that which is created by life itself. In this crushing, eternal darkness, survival demands extraordinary adaptations. And few are more extraordinary or more unsettling than the creature that has perfected the art of ambush in the abyss. The anglerfish is one of the most disturbing creatures ever discovered. Its very form is a testament to its brutal environment. A globular body, a cavernous mouth that can stretch to swallow prey larger than itself, and skin that absorbs light, rendering it nearly invisible. Its teeth are not for chewing, but for trapping. Long, sharp, and curved inward, they ensure that once a victim is caught, there is no escape. It is a living dungeon of flesh and bone. This is a creature that doesn't chase its food. It waits, conserving every precious calorie in an environment where meals are few and far between. Its metabolism is incredibly slow, allowing it to survive for long periods on a single meal, a necessary trait for a life of patient, motionless terror. It lives thousands of meters below the surface, where sunlight never reaches. So instead, it created its own. That glowing light isn't magic. It's a biological marvel. The lure, known as the esca, is a fleshy bulb at the end of a modified dorsal fin spine. But the anglerfish itself doesn't produce the glow. It's bioluminescence, produced by a colony of symbiotic bacteria living inside the esca. The fish provides the bacteria with shelter and nutrients. In return, the bacteria provide the fish with a deadly beacon. The anglerfish has remarkable control over this light. By regulating blood flow to the esca, it can turn the lure on and off, or make it pulse, creating an irresistible dance in the dark. Each species of anglerfish may have a unique light signature, a different color, or flashing pattern, likely to attract specific types of prey, or perhaps even to communicate. The anglerfish uses this glowing lure to attract prey in the darkness. A curious fish, a small squid, anything drawn to the hypnotic light drifts closer. The anglerfish remains perfectly still, a void in the water. The prey investigates the strange, solitary star. Then, in a fraction of a second, the cavernous jaw opens, creating a powerful suction that vacuums the victim and the surrounding water inside. The trap springs shut. It's gone, but the horror doesn't stop there. In the vast, empty expanse of the deep sea, finding a mate is perhaps the greatest challenge of all. The anglerfish has evolved a solution that is as bizarre as it is efficient, a strategy known as sexual parasitism. Male anglerfish are tiny. Compared to females, sometimes hundreds of times smaller. They are born with one purpose: to find a mate. They have no functioning lure, and their digestive systems are underdeveloped. Instead, they have highly developed olfactory organs to sniff out the pheromones released by a female. When a male finally finds a female, he latches on with his sharp teeth. His body then begins to physically fuse with hers. His skin and her skin merge. Their circulatory systems connect. He loses his eyes, his fins, his internal organs, until he is little more than a pair of gonads attached to her body, drawing all his nutrients directly from her blood. He becomes nothing more than a living parasite, a permanent sperm bank for the female, who may carry several fused males at once. This isn't science fiction. This is real biology. It is a portrait of life pushed to its absolute limits. A masterclass in adaptation where the rules of the world we know are rewritten. The anglerfish is a living nightmare, perfectly sculpted by the pressures of the deep. It is a silent hunter, a patient monster, and a stark reminder that the most alien worlds and the most terrifying creatures are not in the stars, but in the unexplored depths of our own planet. Now we descend deeper into the abyss, to meet a creature that seems torn from the pages of a prehistoric nightmare. Meet the goblin shark, a creature so profoundly strange, so alien in its form, that scientists have given it a chilling designation, a living fossil. This isn't just a turn of phrase. It means that the animal swimming in the darkness before you belongs to a lineage that has remained almost entirely unchanged for an astonishing 125 million years. It is a ghost from a lost world. Its most striking feature is the long, flattened, blade-like snout, called a rostrum. This isn't for fighting or digging. It's a sophisticated sensory array. The entire surface is covered in a network of pores known as the ampullae of Lorenzini. These organs are exquisitely sensitive electroreceptors, capable of detecting the minuscule electrical fields generated by the muscle contractions of living organisms. In the absolute crushing blackness of its habitat, the goblin shark doesn't need to see its prey. It feels their presence, their very heartbeat, as faint electrical whispers in the water. It is a hunter that senses life itself. But this sensory snout is only the first part of its terrifyingly effective hunting strategy. The true horror lies in its jaws. The goblin shark is the master of a technique called slingshot feeding. Its jaws are not fused to its skull like those of other sharks. Instead, they are highly protrusible, attached by elastic ligaments that can be stretched and held under immense tension. When an unsuspecting fish, squid, or crustacean drifts within range, the shark relaxes the tension. The result is instantaneous and catastrophic. The jaws launch forward at a velocity of over 3 meters per second, faster than a human can blink. They extend to a distance of nearly 9% of the shark's total body length, turning the animal's entire head into a projectile snare. A chaotic mesh of long, needle-like teeth ensures that once captured, there is no escape. This horrifying mechanism allows it to snatch agile prey instantly, without a chase. It doesn't pursue its food, it brings its mouth to the food in a violent, explosive ambush. Its strangeness extends to its entire body. The shark's skin is a ghostly, pinkish gray, so translucent that the blood vessels beneath are sometimes visible. Its flesh is soft and flabby, its fins small and rounded. This is not the body of a powerful, muscular predator, like a great white. It is the body of an energy conservation expert. Its low-density flesh and an enormous oil-filled liver grant it near-neutral buoyancy, allowing it to drift silently through the water column with minimal effort, waiting. This slow, deliberate lifestyle is a perfect adaptation for the food-scarce environment of the deep sea, where every calorie counts. What makes the goblin shark so profoundly unsettling is its sheer antiquity. This is not a recent evolutionary experiment. It is a perfected design that has worked for eons. The species has barely changed for over 100 million years, a lone survivor of the ancient Mitsukurinidae family. To put that into perspective, this means that while Tyrannosaurus rex and Triceratops ruled the continents of the late Cretaceous period, this exact monster was already silently patrolling the deep. While asteroids fell and dynasties of giants rose and crumbled on the surface, the goblin shark persisted, unchanged, in its timeless, dark kingdom. It is a living relic, a testament to the fact that in the most extreme environments on Earth, the most successful designs are often the most ancient and the most alien. It didn't just survive the extinction of the dinosaurs, it was already an old species when the dinosaurs disappeared. It is a true monster of the abyss, a king from a forgotten age. In the deep ocean, light is life, but since sunlight doesn't exist, many creatures evolved to glow on their own. This is called bioluminescence, and it's everywhere. Some use it to attract prey, others use it to confuse predators, and some use it to communicate in the darkness. Imagine floating in total blackness and suddenly seeing flashes of blue light all around you. That's the deep ocean, an alien light show, hidden beneath the waves. In a place where hiding is almost impossible, some creatures took camouflage to the extreme. They became invisible. Transparent fish, shrimp, and jelly-like organisms drift through the abyss like living ghosts. With almost no visible organs, they're nearly impossible to see in the dark water. It's the ultimate survival strategy. If nothing can see you, nothing can hunt you. But this also makes them look less like animals and more like floating alien organisms. While some creatures became small and invisible, others evolved in the opposite direction. They became giants. The deep ocean is home to massive squid, enormous isopods, and creatures far larger than their shallow water relatives. Scientists believe this deep-sea gigantism happens because slow metabolisms and cold temperatures allow creatures to grow larger over time. Some of these giants are rarely seen, and a few have only ever been captured on camera once. So why do deep-sea creatures look so alien? Because their world is completely different from ours. No sunlight, extreme pressure, limited food, endless darkness. To survive there, evolution pushed life to its limits. Eyes grew enormous, or disappeared completely. Bodies became soft and flexible to withstand crushing pressure. Mouths grew larger because meals are rare. Here's the most shocking fact of all. We have mapped more of the surface of Mars than the bottom of our own oceans, which means the deepest parts of Earth could still hide creatures more bizarre than anything we've ever seen. The truth is, we're not waiting to discover alien life in space. We're still discovering it, right here on our own planet. The deep ocean is silent, dark, and largely unexplored. A place where evolution created life forms that look more alien than extraterrestrial. And the deeper we go, the stranger Earth becomes. So next time you look up at the stars, remember, the real alien world might be beneath your feet.